Loud and clear? Okay.
So, can you tell me what it is that you're planning to do with this education that we're getting in this class? How are you going to use film and video?
Okay, how I'm going to use this film and new media? Pretty much, this is a definitely different class I'm used to. My focus is industrial hygiene and getting a master's of public health. And this course is very interesting because it's great for training. I'm also an active duty Coast Guardsman, and my job as an industrial hygienist when I get out is has to do with a lot of training. We do training for all types of safety issues, and incorporating media, especially video, rather than boring PowerPoints is just something that I would love to have up my sleeve. I've already hate PowerPoint, so try to make them a little bit more interactive and fun with the crowd, but using videos, it's so much better, and love to do the scenarios and different things, and I think it just sticks in people's minds a lot better than just the typical talking about it or showing written word up on a screen. It's so much better to see a procedure done on video, whether it's donning a respirator to keep them safe from atmospheric conditions, or putting on protective clothing, or using a specific tool a certain way, or even fall protection, you know, on a construction site. It's just a lot of different ways to get the message out, and video, I think, is probably the premier source these days.
Awesome. And what are you hoping to develop the most in your journalism skills vis-a-vis Dave?
Vis-a-vis who?
Dave.
Dave? Well, Dave's an interesting cat, and I had him in some courses last year, and so yeah, I'd love to hear all the journalism background he has, and interview techniques, because he's interviewed all types of famous characters, from politicians on down the line to other famous people in the local area and even other places he's been. So I can't wait to hear more stories and blooper reels and all that fun stuff, you know, not just the fun stuff, but the meat too, you know, really how to word things to get, you know, maximum information out of someone. It's always a key trick that I would love to have.
Can you talk a little bit more about the interviewing skills, if that's how you're going to get more information out of people, or what kinds of ways are you going to do that?
I come from a background, I was a Marine investigator before I started this program, so my interview skills are more so on criminal or other activity where I had to glean information I needed to basically make a case against this person and ultimately make the water safe by either removing this person from the water vis-a-vis taking their license away, or other means, settlement agreements, things like that in court. So I love the aspect of getting stuff out of people. It's fun, the psychology behind it. I enjoy it, and I enjoy doing that. And this course is different techniques. I mean, I'm not in an interrogation format, you know, like I'm used to. I'm in a freer atmosphere where the stress on me is I had fun whether I was interrogating or doing a video with someone who was perfectly compliant. To me, I have fun doing both, but I think it's a lot easier for the person I'm interviewing when it's not a threatening situation where I'm holding, you know, the keys to the jail cell or the keys to their livelihood, which would be their Coast Guard issue license, you know, if they're a licensed mariner. So yeah, I think the dynamics totally different, and it's fun. Either way, for me, it's fun.
You were mentioning earlier that you have some of your best thinking while doing a certain activity. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, I've learned early on in life that people have all different ways of absorbing knowledge, and you know, they say, I'm a visual learner. Other people say, oh, well, I'm an audio learner. Well, I can learn from those media, but I think the way I learn most is through my sense of smell and taste. Those things trigger the most memories with me, and even in training, if people are clever enough to include a smell, whether it's, you know, just like an incense in the class, or if it's like a certain cologne they wore or something for me to key in on, that I can track that memory when I smell that smell again, and everything comes up fresh. It's almost like a photographic memory fresh with smells. And where I get my most inspiration for skits, this skit with my buddy Albert, this is happenstance. This is just divine luck. But other skits we've had, or that I've made in the past, usually riding my motorcycle, that's where you really smell everything, because you're out in the open air and it's being forced, you know, at 80 miles an hour down your nostrils. And so you pick up all these scents, and it's like a dog, you know, when it comes to these scents. Smell these things, and it triggers all kinds of thoughts, whether it triggers memory, but sometimes different smells just trigger ideas, and whether it's in the form of poems or songs that it's triggered that I remember while I'm on my bike, and I usually have to just repeat it over and over again in my head, and then get back and write it down as soon as I get to my location. But yeah, I love it, and seems to be like most of the time I get it is while on the bike. I probably have the most creativity and things to jot down when I get to my destination.
And do you have any closing thoughts that you talked about as we were walking in, the 2 or 3 minute thing that you wanted to share?
Oh yeah, actually let's stop the film and then we'll restart it and get a